and get to the why of your trauma. Not the why did they do this to me? Why did they? That's somebody else's mind. We're not trying to figure out why people think the way they think. That's just what happens in nature. Get to the why though. Why did it happen to me? What lesson was I supposed to learn through that? Because we learn lessons through every facet of our life, the hardships and the splendid times that we have in the world. But get to the why, understand. I grew up in a house with a mother who was so defensive, hard headed, and never thought she was wrong. Maybe because I'm supposed to go into this world always ready to stand my ground like I did with her, prove my point with facts like I did with her. Maybe I could be a lawyer. It's so many things. I grew up in a home with my dad who was physically abusive to me as a kid. Yeah, as a kid it was horrid, but like now that I'm a grown man, I know how to take a punch. I know how to fight. I know how to defend myself and my people with me. So I guess that's a good thing that came from that. Okay. And then there's always more things that could come from each scenario, each situation. But it's always just best to find a why. Like sitting in that trauma and just holding on to it. Oh my gosh, this happened to me. This happened. This happened. This happened. The past. It happened. Okay. You're still reliving it though because you're letting it live rent free up here because you didn't move on from it mentally. The way you move on from things mentally is acknowledging things, accepting things, and then it automatically will just move on. So acknowledge the situation, accept the situation, then move on. The acceptance part is going to be the hard part, but that's where you come through with why did that happen to me? What was the lesson? What was I supposed to learn? Because it was so much time I put into like making myself a victim in my trauma as if that younger me made himself a victim. He didn't make himself a victim. He just kept going. He just kept moving. Now that I'm older and I can think clearer, I'm going to keep moving and keep going with his same attitude, yet I'm going to adopt my grown adult brilliance and understand what's going on, move accordingly, and carry on with my life instead of making myself a victim about a situation that I'm not in no more. And when I was in it, I didn't make myself a victim. I just took that shit to the chin, even though I didn't know no better, but I still took that shit to the chin and moved on. Let me do the same, but now I got a brilliant brain to do, you know?